Oh, 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 shit! We've just been added to restricted mode. Hiya, I'm Riyadh. What's going on? Did you have a good Easter break? I hope you did. I certainly did. There was plenty of this involved. I feel exposed today. More exposed than I ever have been before, because normally when I do a video, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be honest with you, I have a little bit of concealer on here or there on my trouble areas, but today, this is Riyadh completely unfiltered, unedited, and unmakeup-ed. And the reason why I have the hair pulled back and the bare face is because as a kid and even in my teenage years, I was pretty fine. My skin was okay, never had acne. I had the odd spot or pimple here or there. Cut to today, 26 years old, bang! We're gonna gift you with some shit skin, Riyadh. There you go. Do with that what you will. Well done, congratulations, cheers. It is something that you don't expect. It is something that you do not want, and it gets in the way of your dating life, your work life, your confidence. So get your notepad, get your wine. Are you serious? I can't be angry at an ambulance, can I? No. I wish you all the best! Shit. So get your wine, get your notepad. This video is going to be information heavy, but I hope enjoyable, and I hope you really get something from it. I'm going to go through all the things that you can do to help or improve adult acne, or even acne at any age, from the inside and from the outside. We're talking hormones, food, skincare routines, basic hygiene, all of this. And just a disclaimer, I am no doctor, I am no skincare expert, I'm just someone who happens to have skin. You might be looking at me going, Riyadh, your skin is fine. Shut the up. I've got much worse skin than you. Well, if you do, I'm great. But I know myself, my skin has changed over time. And it's not a change that I'm very happy with, but it's something that I'm managing. So my skin right now, this is what it is. You probably see a little outbreak area here. There's one there. There's a few on the side here. There's blackheads on my nose and stuff like that. It really gets me down when I have a flare-up, as I like to call it, and it can happen once every 2 weeks. It can happen every couple of days. You can't time it. But what you can do is you can improve your chances of limiting how bad that flare-up is going to be. So just to give you a comparison on how I improve my skin and how it changes over time, I took these pictures 2 nights ago at the end of a flare-up, and things were still kind of raw and red, more so on this side than this side. And through my normal skincare routine over the last 2 days, it's calmed down and it's looking and feeling a lot better than it was. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is probably the most obvious one, which is your cleansing routine. Now, most acne breakouts and flare-ups happen because of an overproduction of a substance called sebum, and sebum is in the hair follicles in your face, all over, even the tiny ones, in order to help those hairs grow out, to lubricate them as they grow, to stop them getting blocked or tangled up. Now, when you've got too much sebum, the pore or the hair follicle gets filled up with this substance. It can get infected and you get blackheads, you get whiteheads, and then what happens after that? Your lovely immune system recognizes that there's an infection in the area or something going wrong, and that's how you get the redness, the swelling, and all of that nasty shit. Through research and meeting dermatologists, I found that the best thing for my overproduction of sebum and oil is an active ingredient called salicylic acid, which you probably have heard of. It's in loads and loads of products, but the problem is most of the products that are marketed to us have such a low, shitty concentration of sebum that it's not going to do anything for you. So then I found this one. It's ZO Medical. I've actually mentioned them in a video before. ZO stands for Zeno Badgie, this top skincare doctor in the US. And this product right here has a crazy high concentration of salicylic acid. It's medical grade. I only use it once or twice a week, a tiny little pea-sized amount, and that's all it needs. And the great thing about this is that you really see the oil in your skin pull back. You're less shiny, you're less glossy, and you're simply getting less spots and less blackheads. So if you're looking to try this one out, the full name is Oila Cleanse, cleanser for normal to oily skin, and it's ZO Medical by Zeno Badgie. The other 4 or 5 days in the week, I simply just use fresh, sort of lukewarm water on my face, no chemicals at all. And I used to wash my face every day with an exfoliant, and it actually aggravates your face. The worst thing you can do for acne or a breakout is to overly clean it by exfoliating too hard. So about 2 times a week I put a drop or 2 of this onto my Ultimate Skin Spa System, which I've talked about before. It's from Vanity Planet, and I have been using this for almost 2 years. Although these guys are sponsoring the video, I don't talk about anything on this channel, especially when it comes to skincare, unless I've tried it myself and I know it will help you, because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I was telling you about something that was going to make your skin worse. This makes your skin better, I promise. And the last time I talked about this, there were a couple of comments on the video that said, here, if you put this on your face and use it for cleansing, surely that's going to be overly exfoliating your face and too aggressive. No, the opposite. Sometimes using your fingers in a fashion like this with the product, you know those ones with all the balls in them, the plastic balls, that is aggressive. This right here has unbelievably soft and gentle silicone bristles. Look, I don't know if you can see if I do that. See how easily they move? Look at that, it flicks up. So why this is good is you get even, deep and effective exfoliation, but in a very gentle way. You're barely even touching your face as you're gliding it over the surface in circular motions, barely touching. Then you're getting an absolutely even exfoliation. You're not scraping the skin, you're not aggravating the flare up, you're not causing it to get worse. And if you do have an area where it's very raw, it's very red, and you've got maybe even open wounds, don't go near it with anything but fresh water. So in this box you've got this one with the grey inner area. That is the super gentle soft one. You've got a slightly more coarse one, and then you've got this sort of rubber one that is, I don't really know what that one's for. I never use it. I never have a purpose for it, but you know, I think you can use it for exfoliation. It's water resistant, so you can use it in the shower as well. So totally recommend this. You know, the next day you just feel your skin is smooth and soft, and all of the gunk and crap from the outer layers has been pulled out by it in a gentle way. So if you are interested in trying it out, then great. If you're not, also great, it's up to you. But of course, I am not going to put anything on this channel without getting you the best deal possible, because you are my baes. So this was $129. We've gotten it down by 70% to $39.99, which is unbelievable in dollars. It ships, I think, within about 2 or 3 weeks, so you can have it pretty soon. If you want it, the discount code that you need to use is RKSPA, and the link is a very specific link, is down in the description below, so go and check that out if you want. And please, like before, I want your honest reviews on it on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, here in the comments, and I can retweet you and stuff. I want to know exactly what you think about it and the effect it had on your skin. I find the best way to get over the marks and the redness is to help your skin heal itself as fast as physically possible. And that is through vitamin A. Your skin absolutely loves both vitamin A and vitamin C, but in very high concentrations. Like the salicylic acid, you have to hit it with enough of the active ingredient for it to do anything. And for that, it's another ZO medical product that I've been using for just under a year. It's Retamax Active Vitamin A Micro Emulsion. Mouthful. So Active Vitamin A, or the other name for it is retinol. It speeds up cell renewal on the surface of the face. When you hit your mid-20s, you stop producing collagen and elastin, and this keeps collagen and elastin growing, but also that cell renewal going, which means that your skin is resurfacing itself much faster, probably double as fast as it would without this. The long-term benefit of it is that you're going to keep sort of a nice plump, fresh and tighter face for longer. And again, so many of those products you see advertised on TV claim to have retinol and vitamin A in them. Yes, but in such a teeny tiny amount, it's not going to do anything. This is what I like to call skin food. This is food for your skin. Don't go and buy this, and don't go and use this without talking to a professional first though, because for the first couple of weeks, as your skin is getting used to all of this retinol and vitamin A, you can have a little bit of like peeling and a little bit of like itchiness and redness. That's normal. That goes after 2 weeks, after your skin gets used to this new amazing goodness that it's been given. Right, next up, food. What you put into your body is going to show on your skin more than anywhere else, and that is very true for one type of food in particular, for me anyway, and that is dairy. My face hates dairy. My belly and my mouth loves it though, and that's where we have a problem. Milk and cheese and even milk chocolate has been shown to have different hormones in it that can lead to these outbreaks. And if you're intolerant to dairy like me, and you get like a bloated stomach and stuff like that, that is your body telling you that it is not good for you and it doesn't want it. The only way you can know specifically what it is in your diet that your body doesn't like is by going for a blood test. There are many intolerance tests out there where they take a small amount of blood, they send it away to a lab, and you get a full list of sometimes up to I think 150 foods, and they tell you if you're highly intolerant, mildly intolerant, or the food is safe to eat for you. There are other ways to find out what you're intolerant to. Simply one by one cut the main food groups out, and that could be gluten, wheat, dairy, and after a week or two of not having it in your system, think to yourself, do I feel better? Does my skin look better? Is it less oily? Are there less breakouts? Are there more breakouts? That's pretty much your body giving you the answer for free. Some foods that are great for your skin, we've heard it 100,000 times, are the ones with antioxidants. They take out free radicals from your body. What are free radicals? It's basically toxins and bad things in your blood and in your gut that you don't need. They capture them and they help you dispel them from your body. So green tea, matcha tea, they are absolutely fabulous. Drinking loads of water, staying hydrated, that is fantastic for you. Look for foods that are anti-inflammatory. They'll help take down the redness and of course the inflammation, such as fish oils that have high concentrations of EPA and DHA. If you're wondering what they are, I'll put a link down below to a favorites video where I talked about my favorite fish oil that I take every day. And try alternatives to your favorite foods. If you love milk chocolate, flip it and sort of wean yourself onto dark, high concentration chocolate, 70, 75, 80% cocoa, yeah, you know what I mean. Try that. Next up is general hygiene and care. Do not keep one of these on your bed for any longer than 2 weeks. I'm talking about the outer bit, the pillow cover. You don't want the natural oils from your face, your hair product, or maybe even your makeup from your crazy night out to be baked in to that pillowcase and then baked back into your face the next night. That's full of bacteria and full of grease and grime. At the very least, I have a new pillowcase once a week, and what I do is halfway through the week, I flip it. I'll sleep on that side for maybe 3 nights, and then I'll sleep on that side for maybe 3 nights. But not just that, before you get into bed, take off anything on your face that may make the pillowcase dirty. Don't sleep with your makeup on, you know, that's a pretty obvious one. Another thing that drives me crazy when I see my friends do it, they complain about their skin being awful, and then I see them itching their nose or doing this. I'm even feeling bad doing it now because I've trained myself not to. The worst thing you can do to your face is to touch it over and over throughout the day. You might think your hands are super clean, but there is nowhere that comes in contact with the outside world more than your fingertips. Think about the hundreds of dirty places that you've touched, well, not yourself, I mean out there in the world. Slowly but surely train yourself not to touch your face, and if I have an itch or something, I know this looks ridiculous, I use the back of my hand and I go like that, or just, you know, somewhere that I know hasn't been in contact with any dirty things. Find alternative creative ways to touch your face if you must touch your face. And finally, stress. You might not think it has anything to do with your skin, but for me and many of my friends, it is the worst thing for the health of my skin. When you're stressed, your body starts to do all sort of crazy things, like releasing cortisol and even adrenaline into your bloodstream, but then also hormones like androgens. And like I said before, hormones like androgens or an overproduction of testosterone can make your skin go nuts. When you're feeling stressed, do whatever you can to think mindfully, which means being in the moment, breathing, recognizing that there's a stressful situation, and talking yourself down. Go to counselling, talk to a family member, talk to a friend, do that sport that helps you relieve that stress. Do whatever you can to take yourself out of that heightened state. And I promise you, if you do that, your skin will thank you. I hope you got something from that, and like I said at the start of the video, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dermatologist, but if you are suffering from mild, medium or severe skincare issues, go and talk to an expert, seek help, even just to put your mind at ease, because they know what they're talking about, and together you can make a plan of action to make your skin better. And it might not happen overnight, it probably won't happen overnight, because you know what your skin is like, but at least you're moving in the right direction. I'm going to list the products that I spoke about down below, the full names of them, and of course the Ultimate Skin Spa System, and the link and the discount code down below as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll chat to you in a couple of days. Big love. See you later.